Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. So, guess what we get to do today? Farm up transmutations. A lot. Currently, I have 74. Should be able to get about 100 today. And then, by tomorrow, another probably 100. So I need a little over, I think, about 300 to finish my build, roughly. So give or take. That's where we're standing. Hopefully there's a queue. I feel like the game goes in these cycles because I'm a healer even, and it's not in a good state. My one friend was trying to queue PvP. Queue times are getting long. I just think ZeniMax is just killing themselves with content. Games age, but you start noticing it in the smallest things, man, and it adds up. It really does. And it's like, oh shit. Like, I know people who have the game and they're not even logging in. Okay. Listen, that wasn't. Oh my god, why do I always get DLCs? Always. I wouldn't mind if it was the daily, but holy fuck.
Yes, this is.
What's the skill point?
I will do
I
it.
have been Camoran's blessing.
Celine,
You hadn't chosen
she
to
is
make it the
difficult
subject
to
of your
persuade
research.
at best.
It's a moot point. We just need to convince her that the dragon is a greater enemy than Corindon.
Oh.
Hook. You are a gabbler.
Let's go.
Well, this is homey.
Hi, living in a cave. I can see why you provide so much compensation.
I am not some crystal tower sorcerer. I go where my research requires. This is the ideal environment to study Celine. That and your contribution are the only reason I stand here. My study is just through these ruins. You will find Celine there.
Won't be able to enter. We won't be able to enter yet. Oh, I guess we can.
I see you brought torturers to dissect me, Warlock. Sense bargain. We're not torturers. I've come to restore the balance here.
Am I to understand you're a follower of Zen?
return my freedom, and I will right the wrongs done here. Unbind her, Corindon.
Unwise. I shall loosen my hold only.
Now for payment in kind. It's my turn to study your insides, Warlock.
I warned you of her duplicity.
Celine, no! Don't let her kill Corindon! We need them both!
Can somebody please play the mechanics?
Get out of my way! It's Corindon I want! I deserve to be free! Enough! You're next, Warlock!
See what you wish to bargain with. She must remain firm.
Can you
Marcella!
Another rare specimen.
Is there nothing you won't objectify?
Taking you apart has taught me how to put you back together.
She's awake. I wondered how long it would take before you showed yourself, changeling. Shall we dance?
Get the fuck away from that shit.
Enjoying yourself, changeling?
Oh shit, I think I aggroed. That's one skill I wanted to change really quick too. But we'll keep it for now.
Marcelot offers you life. My gratitude for releasing me from that monster.
I can feel it everywhere, seeping into everything.
Stop fighting mind control. I can more easily shield you from its influence.
One toxic influence for another.
What the fuck? Shit, I'm in combat. Shit. Not gonna be able to fix it.
That writhing mass is the source of the cancer in this cavern. It must be purged.
Believe it, its proximity is already beginning to tell.
Destroying it weakens Marcelot's hold. Destroy these toxins however you can.
Plant the seed in the source. Replenish the seed. Use it against the blight. Weaken the mass. Plant the seed in the source.
It's done. Celine, are you alright?
As I said, we should be conserving our energy.
It ignore him. I feel better.
We are one with Marcelon. He has plans for you. My mouth tastes like a...
There you are, my pet. I feared you lost interest.
Damn it.
I am
Fucking
no one's
Zoss.
pet.
The elves have waited. But you could be so much more.
You'll pay dearly for all of this, dragon. Go! Protect Celine! We'll give her everything we have.
Then the real fun
Never fails. No way, I was blocked. Shut up.
You won't escape. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world.
I think we really hurt him. This crazy plan might actually work.
Your confidence is heartening. We've driven Marsalok back to his lair.
He's up there, by that spire. Ugh, the blight's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
We have to hurry. Help Celine cleanse a path through.
It's everywhere. Somebody's looking pretty sick. Oh, it's
I
me.
found the seed.
Yeah.
Hatch it here.
I'm trying to get the fuck off. Get away, you're sick. As Bunny would say, you're infected with the prettiness. Let's go.
Within your heart.
Oh no. Ooh, you look gross. You're infected. You're infected.
It's within you. Get to my ward.
The tank's got it.
The seeds of paradise are here. Its stench is unmistakable. Wash it away.
apologies for any harm I caused.
Enough running, coward!
Oh yes, welcome to my web, Spider Witch. I'll make you feel quite at home.
He's much stronger here. He's trying to wrest control of Celine.
Hurry! Finish this before Marcella corrupts anyone else! Use my glyphs to purge the blight, just like before!
If you won't submit willingly, I'll just have to bend your knees for you. What shall I learn from you? What shall I reap from you?
Unmistakable! Wash it away! Cinnabon! We did it! Oh!
And we're all alive. Somehow. You
Somehow.
all really pulled through for us. Even you, Corindon.
Did I not agree to lend you Celine's aid? I expect payment from your king promptly.
You don't speak for me, Oathbreaker. Your promises aren't worth the air you waste speaking them. Hey, hey! Let's not sour our victory. I confess, here. This
All right.
got what you wanted. Honor the pact and release me.
I never.
Good elves made that foolish bargain.
I never did. Of course you didn't. Leda, sweet like candy. How you doing? Morning. Sorry I didn't check the chat earlier. Every time I'm in a dungeon, I never check until I'm out. I hope you're having a good morning. Yes, it is. Yeah, I like that dungeon. I actually do. I like the story too. I love the catch-up stories and stuff they put in. There's little tie-ins everywhere in this game. I like that. You know, I'm just hoping Zenimax one day wakes up and smells the coffee. Oh shit, you know. We should, incentivize this type of stuff a little bit better. Yes, please, and thank you. I'll just finish my crafting writs in a bit. I got a decon. Yeah, I'm trying to finish my new Mage Blade build. Requiem. I like it. It couldn't have been laid out any better. I really like it. I know it's not meta, but that's what we don't do here. And yeah, I never had problem clearing content. You know. This build I really like. I really like this build a lot. This build I'm gonna really like. I'm still adjusting a few things, but it plays different. Matter of fact, the Maelstrom dual wield set now has been recognized by the meta, though it's been there for 6 years, and yet I'm one of the first to implement it on a whatever. The meta's always taken what I'd say anyways, even though I don't try to min max or go their way. What I do is I like variety. Healers, yeah. Healers is an issue with format. I wish they'd come out with new sets that give similar buffs but have different stats in their armor. You know, it would be nice to get a spell power cure with different stats, like the major buff with different stats. That'd be nice, just because you can put different configurations together. That would be nice. I would really like to see something like that. I would really like to see something like that. You know, a lot of different ways and different sets configurations that they could put out. And I feel bad for the trial players because they're doing content without acquiring really anything but the accomplishment.
Welcome, Fred.
I mean, and if that's your shtick, I guess, man, I guess. You know, if that's what you care about and you want those achievements because it means something, whatever, I guess. But, you know, for me, I get my achievements when I get them. I don't rush it, and I usually don't have too many problems. You know? Everybody's like, oh, you can't. That's never stopped me. I just don't give a shit. Don't care.
I must finish this.
Just never have. I gotta drop those 1 quests. I mean, like I said, I think that's why I go back to PvP every game, no matter what. There's a lot of World of Warcraft players are going to Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV was already the #1 populated active game. You know? Now, if you add Classic and current WoW together, that beats Final Fantasy XIV. But on a standalone game, Final Fantasy XIV is the most populated game in the genre. And now it's even more populated because if anybody's been paying attention, all the WoW players are going over there. And guess where they're not going? Here. You know why? It's not about the bugs. Every game has bugs. Yeah, they could clean it up. They could clean this game up. It's about they're used to a linear progression. And I like the fact that we don't have that. But once again, it comes back to the same builds and the same configuration. Just, and well, once again, here's what, from a WoW player's perspective, and believe me, I played WoW for years. I'm going to ask myself this question. Why am I doing this if I don't get gear that makes my tune better? Why? If I even acquired the gear in a regular dungeon, why am I, you know, I say this. They need to make a perfected version of vet content gear. Period. Every vet, not just trials, like a perfected version of Spell Power Cure. The standard version, perfected version. We need to make perfected. If you open that can of worms, we need to incentivize shit. You opened up the perfected can of worms. fucking roll with it. Get people back their asses in that fucking content. You know? I'm just gonna say it. And for God fucking sake, bring out friggin' gear that makes it worthy for the trial players to want to keep continuing to do trials. Just not sticker book. Oh, I got my sticker book. I got my achievements. Because players like me just don't give a shit about that. We're like, no. I don't really give a shit about any of that shit. Because we don't. And what ZeniMax needs to also do is find, I mean, they're starting to put mounts in this, but WoW players are collectors. Yes, our collections are different. Our collections are more style. They have that type, that, why, another fucking DLC? God, these lead chasers. Oh my god, my god, my god, my god. If I get another lead for this. Jackson, you're right. Thank you, man. Well, how you doing, Jackson? How you been? They need to roll with it. They fucking need to roll with it. They opened the can of worms. Let's get it in there. Put perfected versions in every vet. In every fucking vet. Every one of them. And get the fucking gear for the trial players. Yes, I understand trials have perfected gear. It's not enough. No trial player is running trial gear. Nobody. Except the healers. And the tank for Yokelin. Other than that, nobody's doing shit. And it saddens me because it's like, shit balls, man. This is horrible. Do they do this? What the fuck, yo? Why is my DPS up there? Whatever. I'm not against the mythics. I'm not. And I like the fact that, you know, yes, it's going back to stat, like a stat-based type thing. That's why I never use trial sets in my configuration. Everybody for years, people ragged on me. Oh, you don't use trial sets. Well, duh. Fucking duh. Why don't I? Because it doesn't scale. It's shit. It always was. Remember when they wore 3 pieces of fucking trial set? And I said, that don't beat agility and willpower. And then Gilliam tested it. He's like, oh, it doesn't. Duh, the math. The math. It's the fucking math. And yes, we are math. We're nerds. Okay? Yeah, I get it. But let's get back to it, man. Can we please do that? Can we incentivize this shit, yo? This. I wonder if I do. The content's great. But WoW players are going to look at, like I said, WoW players are looking at it in like this perspective. It doesn't matter how good the graphics look, okay? And they don't like weebs, man. And they're playing a weeb game. I like Final Fantasy. God, I love Final Fantasy. I'll be honest with you, I fucking love Final Fantasy. I just don't like the PvP. The PvP is just horrendous. But when it comes to the gameplay, the storyline, hands down, probably one of the best MMOs ever. It is. It just is. But once you do it, then you're once again in the weekly lockout, you're doing your farming, you're working your jobs, you're crafting, kinda can make some money, but whatever. It's not like this game. And this game has its perks. So once again, I reintegrate to ZeniMax. Get your head out of the ass, pull it out, and get these perfected gears in vet content. You open the can of worms, roll with it. And fucking stop nerfing the wrong thing. You nerf crit chance, now puts everybody in the same setup. You needed to fucking nerf the crit modifiers in a max. Fuck. Base or crit modifiers what should have been nerfed.
My kin, cry out for your blood.
I don't know, like, if...
Lie with the worms.
I'm going to use the barrier on this one, because I don't... Sometimes people don't have a gap closer.
Welcome the all-consuming darkness.
See, they're not interrupting. I knew it. That's why I used the barrier. If you don't have... If you don't put a gap closer, that's where you have to have a shield, man.
Die in the dark. Lady, forgive me.
The DPS is fine. The damage was fine, but... Holy fuck, you know. If that would have went off on a vet, poof. Boom. Cephalon. They're all chasing leads, man. I already got my shit. Heavy sack. Oh, yeah, baby. Check out the comments. Good. My wife says hi. Her name is Samantha. Tell her your wife I said hi. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's doing good over there. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, tell your wife I said hello, Jackson. You know what, dude? I really, you know, I think, like I said, I love this game. I love it in multiple ways. The PvP in this game's better. I feel like World of Warcraft player PvP isn't going anywhere, though. Why? They have arenas. They have competitive. They have leagues. You can't, like, we can't pull World of Warcraft PvPers. Even though our combat, in my opinion, our combat system's a little bit better, it could still get better. ZeniMax has always had a problem with understanding PvP, even though Matt is one of the, known content, developers for DAOC, and now this, they fall so short on balance, on counterplay. But the dynamics of this game is a lot better than World of Warcraft, in my opinion. The problem of it is, it's because of the sets that they'll never have leak. It's because of the lack of PvP incentive that World of Warcraft players won't come. Once a World of Warcraft PvPer hears the word dungeon, PvP together in the same sentence, that's an 86. That's a game over. That's a deal breaker. You don't do that. For any PvPer to hear the words dungeon and PvP, that it does not float with hardcore PvPers. In this game, that's how we adapt because of the toxicity. But for a hardcore PvPer, they're like, okay, so why do I PvP? Well, there's gear in there. Do I use any of it? No. Then what the fuck? What the fuck? So I'm PvPing for nothing. Well, you could break it down for material shit. I don't want to craft. I don't want to fucking do anything but PvP. If I ain't got anything to push for, everybody's here for the lead except me. Let's go. I don't care why everybody's here. I know why everybody's here.
You've wandered poorly, fools. Settle around.
Can we kill the statue first? Somebody actually thought Templars were like one of the strongest healers. I'm like, no, they're the best well-rounded healers. They have a well supply of utility and good direct heals. You add, you know, rejuvenation or whatever, and now they're very well balanced. Really, really well balanced. I'm like, the strongest fucking direct healer is the fucking Sork. That fucking Twilight is just nuts. That thing heals for insane amounts. I'm like, there ain't a friggin' thing you ain't changing. I know every healer in this game. I know their strengths, the weaknesses, all their alternative friggin' shit, all of it. That, you know. And I like Templar, especially when you need all of these things in your toolkit. The Templar gives you that accessibility more than any other healer. So that's the perk of having a Templar, you know. And then, of course, the Minor Sorcery, you know, buff is really delicious. But, I mean, after that...
Don't keep Our Lady waiting.
Why are they running center? That's one thing I think you know, when it comes to Templar, I don't have to worry about pulling something from, you know, the surplus. You know, some other healers, you kind of have to, you know those abilities, what you can, you know, align with, what you need, your strengths, your weaknesses. Like Ignis Shield, or the shield for the DK. I would never roll without it on my heal build. It gives me my major mending, and it also offsets my heals in between the rotation due to the hots. But sometimes I think about going back to trial healing, sometimes. But then I'm like, I'll do it, but to be like I was, I don't think it'll ever happen. There's just nothing. That new set's probably the only thing I want. Probably, actually, it might incentivize me to do it, to go into that vet and with my healers, because that new set for a healer is fucking delicious. It's amazing. It's an amazing. When I went on PTS and tried it, I loved that set, especially on the Templar. Oh my fucking god! I'm like, finally. Oh my god, finally. And Win's great, especially on like Warden. I love Win on Warden. I might, like I said, I might even have to get that one perfected for my Warden. Maybe. I mean, I don't have to. It's negligible, you know. What the hell? But that new set for the Templar, if you're a Templar healer, let me tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I ain't even going to lie to you. If you're a Templar healer, you better be in Rock Grove. You better be learning that mechanics. You better be getting in vet, and you better be getting that set. Because that set is fucking yummy. Other than that, all the rest of that set shit can go to hell. It's junk. All of it. All of it's garbage. It will never, the meta players won't use one set from there, other than that heal set. Nobody else is using jack shit. It's all about the mount and that's it.
It's a shame you're not
And the
as smart
achievement.
as
Other
some
than that, there's no incentive in there. And ZeniMax needs to stop that shit. I'm actually pissed for the trial players. I'm actually pissed for the meta players. You know, if I was a meta player right now, you'd think they would be happy, right? But after a while, it's kind of like, why are you happy? Why are you happy? Why are you even happy with doing content that's not rewarding you? Why? You should be pissed. And it's time that ZeniMax addresses that. I'm not saying make it linear. I'm not saying, you know, you have to make it the best of the best gear. But here's the deal, man. They need a reason to want to farm content. It's about farming content. We all can agree with that, right? Right? If a set's not worth farming, how replayable is the content? That's the question. I don't know if I can grab it. We'll see. Shit. Got it. Crack-a-lola. Got it. Yeah. I think if, you know, if I was a hardcore meta player, shit, I'm pissed not even being a hardcore meta player. You know? I'm mad for them. And people have to understand, at one time, players like me, that's what we did. We figured out, like, there was another video about, and by the way, there's a content creator who referenced me in their latest video, didn't direct anything, but they drop a couple, like, hints. A couple of hints. I'm not going to even give hints how they dropped hints. I see you, fist bump, and yeah. Thank you. You the man or woman, and that's the shit.
What the? They're everywhere. Cut them down.
And you know, yeah, good stuff. I see you, fist bump.
I can't believe I didn't see them.
I see you.
I guess we keep to the light, yeah?
Thank you. Good shit. I was like, no. And then another thing came up. No. Really? Like, okay. And it was good. Fist bump. You know who you are. Yeah. You're awesome. I love it. It was good, man. It was a good video.
Time for the main course. I love playing hard.
Can somebody get... Oh, shit, no. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You know why I don't like not having light? Because you can't see this shit. Get to the fucking brazier. Get. Like that bitch. You gotta fucking get the braziers, yo. Fucking DPS. No, let's kill this thing really quick. No, stop it, you fuckers. It's not always a good thing, you dipshits. Uh-oh. Nope, up, over here. Don't follow me. Don't drop. We're having problems. You dipshits. Killed shit too quick, you dipshits. You dip. Stop it! me the light. Stop it. He needs res. You dipshits. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stupid DPS. Keep throwing them shards so they can also fucking run. What? That wasn't...
My father! I'm starving! I'm starving!
Such a lie. Funny me.
Nice.
Hides the ashes. I'm impressed you made it so far. Haven't stopped dragging them.
Happy Father's Day. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Happy Father's Day to you, too. And all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Good call out. Yep. It is. It is a good day. My daughter actually got me, you know, a new towel rack and stuff. That was kind of cool of her to do that. So, I actually wasn't paying attention. She's like, Happy Father's Day, and got me a new towel rack. Gave it to me early. She's such a sweetheart. So, rep 94. Yay, we have a lot to go. But, you know, the thing about it is, I think at the end of the day, this game is good. There's not a problem with the content. The problem of it is once again, just let's incentivize it. Let's keep it going forward. Push it forward. Okay, yes, I know people don't like the idea of refarming things. I get that. But people don't want to be stagnant either. Right? In the mythics, I'm not opposed against, but the problem of it is, like I said, they should have put one of these leads in the trial. I don't care if it's accessible and normal. I don't care about that. The thing about it was, you needed to put it in the trial to incentivize players to play the trial. Right? But instead, they drop balls here and there, man. Because... And I think at the end of the day, if people were to, if they were to keep raising the bar, right, instead of lowering the ceiling, it's going to make the game. Yes, the power creep is a problem, but who did that, right? Right? Sooner or later, when you keep getting away, when the more you push away from diversity in this game and you funnel everybody in one direction, the more it hurts your product in a game like this. This is not World of Warcraft. This is not Final Fantasy XIV. This is not any other game. The way the gear system works in this game, players are going to ask themselves, why should I have, unless I'm chasing a monster set, right? Why would I put myself through the headache of putting myself in pugs to try to acquire said gear? Why? Matter of fact, why do I want said gear when that gear is junk? You see what I'm saying? That's what ZeniMax needs to do. They need to put perfected versions of these sets. Every set should have a perfected version. I don't give a fuck anymore. Why? Because they need to push it. They need to push the vet content. They need to raise the bar. They need to raise the bar. and get people back into vet content. They need to re-incentivize the content that we have currently, right? Because the more and more, and I hate to say this, as beautiful as Blackwood is from a landscape perspective, it's dense in the essence of content. You know what I'm saying? There's no, it's not enough. All we're doing is grabbing companions and regurgitating content for the guilds, or regurgitating content for companion drop. This is not acceptable content. Yes, you got a good storyline in there, but you didn't put enough quest lines to tie in to other things that could have been going on in Tamriel. That's where the ball gets dropped, right? That's where the ball gets dropped, because lore junkies are looking for that. That's why Elder Scroll fans don't like ESO. It's not because of the lack of the beauty of the graphics or anything else. They're looking for tie-ins. They don't give a shit about dungeons. They don't give a shit about trials. They want the lore. And they want a challenge. There are some challenges in the world bosses, but other than that, whatever. But like I've told people, you can play this as a solo game, and majority of the time you can. And there's a lot of perks, even for crafting. There's, harvesters, crafters, a lot of things in this game. It could be better. The crafting system could be a little bit better, and there's ways of doing that. Once again, I own my own ISP, and that's, if I, withhold certain things, that's because, I don't work for ZeniMax, and no offense, they don't have probably enough money to offer me to do it if I don't give up certain information. But, the thing about, because it's principle, it's not about money more than principle. But at the end of the day, if I do make suggestions, it's because there are things that this game could be improved upon. And if you're going to drag any player from one MMO to this, where's it at? It's either going to be, for Final Fantasy players, it's story driven and tie-in content. Cutscenes. I hate to say this, man. Put in more flipping cutscenes. Final Fantasy 14 players get engulfed in these story-driven game because they feel like they're a part of, it's like watching a movie, like watching yourself in a movie. You're the main character. This game could utilize a little bit of that. Not a lot, a little bit. Give it a little bit more dynamic to it. Make it a little cheesy, not too much, just a little bit. Just to get to people kind of feeling like, oh, I need to do this, and stupid stuff like that. Right? They make some of the best CGI for content release and fail to utilize it in the game. I'm like, oh my god, fuck. So, anywho, just food for thought. And then, so how do you appeal to all these different type of players? Simple. PvPers, you incentivize their content. PvEers, you incentivize their content. Trial players, you bring them gear that makes them want to keep doing their content. And you diverse the game, because this game, any class can play any role. But what's the point of doing that when everybody's playing the same way? All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you, Leda. Thank you, Jackson, for stopping in. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. As always, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Have a good one. If I can get my window screen to work. Jeez, my Jesus. I think I just killed my keyboard. Oh my god. There we go. Have a good one.